Okay, so here we are looking at refurbishing a Sierra hub. Again, principles similar for a lot of car hubs. When you get them from a breaker's yard or supplier, they tend to come a little bit rusty, a little bit worse for wear. So first thing you're really looking to do is to clean them up. Now I want to clean these back to good metal, give them a nice paint job, so on the kit car they look reasonably good. Now there's a number of things you can use to do that. Manual wire brushes, slow, but they are useful to get into some of the trickier to reach areas. You've also got an angle grinder with a wire brush attachment, and then you've got standard wire brush attachments that you can put into a hand drill. Now when doing this, you are going to create a lot of dust, so a dust mask is essential. You don't want to get iron into your lungs, rust into your lungs. It's not good for you. Also, a lot of these may have had brake pads, brake discs and brake pads on them which have contained asbestos in the past. So again, there's possibly some nasty stuff there that you don't really want in your lungs. So always good to put a mask on when you're doing this. Keep yourself safe, and light eye protection, so a pair of safety glasses is pretty good as well. Otherwise, again, bits do tend to fly off. Now, for the most part, I use the mechanical angle grinder or the drill because they're quicker, much quicker, to take off all the surface rust, take it back to a reasonable metal. Once you've got it back to something reasonable, what I've found is very good is Hammerite Cure Rust. Not particularly expensive, goes a long way. It is just like water, really liquid. What you need to do is make sure you pour some of that into a separate little container before you use it. You don't want to use it straight out of the bottle. Pour it into the container, use an old paintbrush and just paint it on. It goes on white, over time it goes blue and then black. Once it's black, you actually end up with some good metal. On this one, that you can actually then paint straight onto with a decent zinc primer. So you can see the difference there between the two. This one's needing a bit more work yet, but it's in pretty good condition, ready for cleaning up and treating. So once you've got it cleaned up, you're in a good position, you've got a decent primer on it. Then you can think about whether you want to colour it or to paint it black. Obviously, if you're painting it, you need to be careful because there are bearings in it. You don't want to cover up any of the joints and bearings, so think about that if you're going to paint these and make them look pretty. Okay, so start cleaning up. As you can start to see, the surfaces clean up quite nicely. You're stripping off all the layers of rust that have built up over years. Obviously these things are from about 1996, give or take. So some before, some after, but yeah, they're quite old, so they will have a decent layer of rust on them. They were usually protected, painted before shipping, so they're usually not too bad, but yeah, they need a bit of care. I should say you're not trying to remove all traces of rust, just all of the loose surface rust, all the stuff that will flake off. But once you start to do it, you can see that some of this actually cleans up quite nicely. You'll still see rust colour on it. That's fine, that's not a problem. We'll take care of that with the Cure Rust when we put that on. But it does start to clean up okay. What I should say is if you're using something like the angle grinder, then hearing protection is probably a good idea as well. It does get quite loud. So, the drill is much better for getting some of the tight spaces. It's not as quick, but it does get you in a place where you can't get with the angle grinder. So you can see that's starting to clean up quite nicely. So I will give you a brief demonstration of the Cure Rust. Just a tiny bit, as I say, separated out, otherwise you start to set the whole stuff off onto a brush and just paste it on. As I said before, it goes on white, it's very, very liquid, just be aware of that. Place it on and just leave it. Simple as that. When it goes black, it's done. It's ready for treating and painting. Whilst we're waiting for that to go, I'm just going to clean up some of the rest of it. As you can see, it's starting to go blue, will go black, and then it will start to look like the one I did earlier. Okay.